Hello and welcome. We are back after 6 months and lots happened as I moved to Dubai. Welcome to my podcast, Random and Famous, and I am Tasif Khan, and this is start of season 3. And I must say, what a start. Today, we have a personality who is a business psychologist, HR expert, author, judge, coach, and wearing so many hats. So please welcome Ghenwa Habbal. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, Tausif. Thank you for hosting me. I was keen and excited actually to hit today to your studio and then have that random chat with a persona like yourself.
Pleasure is mine. Can you tell viewers, especially those ones who might don't know your work, what did you do?
What do I do aside from what you just mentioned? Okay, so first of all, my name is Ghenwa, and background about my name, it's a Lebanese name, it's an Arabic name, and it means melody if I have to translate it to English.
Wow.
At the beginning, I'm a human, let's put it this way, right? Disregard the titles, disregard all of these cards that we play. I like to say that initially, I'm a human. That's number one. Number two, what do I do? So as you rightly said, I'm a business psychologist. And when I say business psychologist, I'm a business psychologist by heart and by brain. Let's put it. So it's cognitive and from a feeling perspective, I literally try to analyze everything I do in the space that I operate in. So as a business psychologist, I work for a Fortune 500 organization. And aside from that, I also have my luxury women clothing brand. So this is like a side hustle, not very big, but going through.
I didn't know that actually. It doesn't say on your profile.
No, I keep it secret, by the way.
Okay.
I did it actually during COVID to start with. It's my creative brain that helped me actually embark on that journey, especially during COVID. I wanted something to really give me a purpose and a meaning in an environment where we were just in a lockdown. So I started that. It went well. Currently, it's on snooze. So it's and when I say snooze, it's basically when there is an event, for example, Ramadan, I might do something. But at this stage, it's in a sleeping mode. Let's put it this way. And aside from that, of course, I'm a judge, so I co-collaborate with international organizations that actually assess companies around the world, and specifically from a region perspective, I'm talking EMEA, on best place to work, talent acquisition processes, given probably my portfolio in the talent management arena. So as a talent management lead for the region, this is what I do at a high level.
Yeah, so that leads me to the second question, which is related to what you just said, right? Your journey in the field of human resources and talent management, it spans over 20 years. So how it all began that time, and what's the milestones you have that shaped your career by now?
If I have to reflect 20 years ago, and please don't calculate my age, huh? Some people, if they know the number, they might be surprised. But why I embarked on this journey? So first of all, it wasn't by choice. I was just plugged there, right? So during my last year of university, I just joined an organization back home, and home for me is Lebanon. I just joined that organization. They wanted someone in HR, and tada, I was there. It was a new segment under the umbrella of HR, where we used to hire people to do sweeping and collection of waste back in my home country. So it was more like a startup unit inside a very big organization. And to be honest, when I went there, I think it was a blessing for me because I am a human person and I like interaction with humans. So it wasn't by choice, but I loved it. And HR for me back then was always about, the black box. In an airplane, you have a black box that literally hosts everything. Yeah. And I think HR is like that for any organization. It is a valuable black box that can drive tremendous changes. So this is where my career in HR started. However, I did not move outside HR for many reasons because I love that human interaction. ولكن in Arabic, I'm just going to say that. But I managed to rotate across different teams and across different organizations and different departments, and it was intentional. The reason it was intentional, it's because if you really want to succeed in an HR arena, you really need to understand the business. So build your business acumen as a professional, wherever you are in an industry or a team, so you can really succeed. So that's why I stayed in HR, and I believe in the power of HR.
Okay, that's great. So you must have faced over all these years barriers, challenges, right, along the way. How did you manage them, and how you turn these to your opportunities?
Well, problems still arise basically on an hourly basis, and I don't see them as problems to start with. Yes, initially when I get hit or stuck by something, I would say, yeah, that's a problem. But I managed to look at it as an opportunity. Whatever comes my way, I take advantage of it, be it good and bad, and there's no bad for me to start with.
Yeah.
Every step I have took was based on a situation that I have faced. A situation, it could be an adversity, it could be something really much good, but I managed to really take advantage of anything that comes my way and make an opportunity out of it. I am a firm believer of a quote, and I'm going to say it in Arabic. I know it's an English podcast, but I like to refer to my roots. And what we say usually in the Arabic world, لكل داء دواء. And it means for every kind of sickness or disease, there is a remedy, right?
Yes, correct.
So, and then for every door, there's a key for it.
Yeah.
If I have to translate it into an English metaphor, so I am a firm believer of that. I take advantage of everything comes my way.
Yeah, no, it's very rightly you said earlier. You mentioned that everything, whether it's opportunity, it's a threat coming, you turn into the opportunity, right?
Yes.
And I was reading actually recently about this. Someone said, and he said that anything happens in the life, there's never a failure. It's a lesson.
It is a lesson.
Okay, you take that lesson and you move forward. Okay, never take it as a failure. And that's how it is, right?
I totally agree. I mean, the word failure looks negative for a lot, but let's face it. I mean, you can't succeed if you don't fail initially. And failure is a good thing. Let's remove the negative stigma around failure.
Correct. Yeah. In your profile, also you mentioned you have the mission to inspire people, right?
Yeah, that's my motto or my
that's your motto, right?
Yeah.
And so mission to inspire others so they can aspire.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What's the motivation behind this to help others? Because you think you reached to that level that you can give back to community, or
I haven't reached that level yet to start with, right? But I believe each one of us in this world, on earth, on this land, is there as an influencer, whether we like the term influencer or not, right? So when you influence, when you are basically inspiring the community around you, so they can aspire and reach their dreams. So I take myself as someone who has been inspired by a lot of people in her environment, and humans actually inspire me. Nature around me inspires me. Butterflies, when they fly, right, they inspire me. The color coordination of the wings on the butterfly actually inspires me. System, strategies, world, space, everything around me. So if I am not inspired, I cannot aspire to deliver on something.
Yeah.
And it comes from my very own belief system. And that's why I echo the thought or the mantra of me inspiring so other can aspire. And I still actually get inspired by a lot. You just inspired me. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you. That's really great. I really want to ask this question. And I was looking in your profile when I saw that.
How confidential is that question?
About the book collaboration.
Okay.
Right? So you're a co-author of the book Shaken, Stirred, but Not Deterred.
Yes.
Right? Could you tell us, our viewers, how that happened and what's the idea, how the idea came along, you contribute as a co-author?
To start with, I was shy when I first became an author, and I haven't published it until 2-3 months down the line. So it took me a quarter to digest the idea, right? I'm shy by nature, let's put it this way. But how did the whole journey start? I was talking to a life coach, And I was like sharing the background and the story and you know what really means to me, the adversities that I went through, and how you know I leveraged them for my own resilience journey, how I became resilient, and how I went from stage 1 to 2 to 3. And then that life coach, and God bless her soul, she told me, Ghenwa, why don't you write your story? I'm like, me writing my story? I don't know. I mean, let me give it a thought. And then I went back home, and eventually I had a call with my family. And I told them, you know what? I just remember that I used to journal my days. Where are all of these agendas?
Okay. Yeah.
So that life coach actually inspired something in me, actually revived a memory which I have totally forgot about, because of everything, like from the war, from us leaving from one city to another, you know, but the family getting bigger, moving regions, like expanding my horizon when it comes to experience. So I totally forgot about my ability to write. And then when she hit the nail, I'm like, I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
right. So I started my collaboration with that publishing house in Singapore, and I just wrote my story. And it got published. And initially, as I said, like I was shy, but now I think I help other people also embark on such journey.
Yes, definitely.
So if you want to be an author one day, feel free to let me know.
That's on the list actually.
Really?
It's on a different topic and on a different day, but I have written 2 children books.
Nice.
Yeah, but we will discuss in some other podcast.
Okay. Lots of hidden stuff about you, Tawsi.
Yes, it
we
is
should
actually.
showcase your potentials and talent.
Yeah. In addition to your writing skills, right? You are a moderator. Okay, you are a speaker.
Yes.
You going into the global events and speak.
Yeah.
Okay. How these experiences complement your work?
A lot, if I have to start with. So I used to do this, if I have to reflect, maybe I started my journey into speaking almost 2 to 3 years ago. But I wasn't very visible about it, and I wasn't very actively speaking about it, because I just wanted to make sure that I get myself on track. So did I do this in silence? Yes, I did. Was my first podcast ever successful? No. So I always believe in the power of doing things repeatedly until you start mastering it.
Yeah.
So hence people only see me today active, because I've done so much work behind the scenes until I've reached the level that I am in today, but it's never enough for me. I want to go also beyond that. So back to your question, Tawsif, speaking and moderation, it's something that I like. It's something, I mean, when I speak, I think my inner soul gets out. And I like when I'm in my element. And I haven't actually felt that I am in my element for quite some time, because as an introvert and as a woman who have been shut down multiple times in terms of speaking publicly, it made so much limitations. It have built limiting beliefs in me. But now, as I work on myself for years, and now as I stand on stage, I feel free. Right? How did this impact me on a personal level and a professional level? It has helped me to send my voice across and never actually take a no or a shutdown for personal, actually, to start with, nor accept it. I actually learned how to really bring the authentic me to that platform and fight to what is right for me and to the audience around me. When it comes to moderation, it's a different topic. I like to ask questions. I'm curious, right? And I like that human element and interaction and being authentic on stage and talking to people and make them comfortable. So I also found myself in that space. And that's what I do also sometimes, from a business environment. For the organization that I operate, I always do these kind of interviews with the leaders. And I found it really interesting back in COVID, when we started something on a global level inside that organization. And I found myself, I'm like, wow, that's me.
So it's great, because you always has to take certain steps, right, and move forward in life. So what would you say, or when you have taken that step, in life. When you look back, you can say that I'm glad I took that step, and that step changed my life. Any moment.
Everything I do in my life actually changes my whole new plan, like my plans, all right? But if I have to reflect on what really changed my life is when I left everything around me that surrounds me, from friends, family members, and I decided to embark on a journey outside Lebanon.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So it took me literally 3 days to say bye-bye to everyone and hop on a plane and start my working journey here in the UAE, a country that has actually taught me what does the world, or help me transform and transfer or translate the word impossible to I am possible.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I owe everything I have today for a country that has given me the opportunity to really grow and flourish and become the woman that I am today. However, this is not enough, as I always say.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is better.
This is really, I can resonate to that. And it's not easy to move it to unknown territory.
No.
Right? No. And you don't know what is coming towards you, how you're going to manage it.
All.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in my 20s when I moved here, so I'm going to declare how old I am now. I just moved into my 4th decade, so I'm 42. So I was basically around 28 or
Have
27.
You said this in any other podcast?
No, I'm just declaring this is officially for yours. So yeah, I embarked on my travel or my expat life back in my 20s. And I'm happy that I have done this. It helped me unleash my potentials.
Yeah. Okay, one more question before we finish this podcast. What lesson you want to give to the viewers who wants to change their life? Maybe they want to become like yourself, okay? Or they want to do their business. They have ideas. They don't want to do the 9-to-5 job, right? And lots of people have these ideas these days, but they're afraid to take that step. Obvious reasons. Could be obvious reasons behind it. It's the family, it's the confidence, it's the money. What message will you give that to the person, what they should do?
So in my actually book, Shaken, Stirred, but Not Deterred, as a co-author, there is a tagline that I've always used, and I would like to share it in this podcast as well. And I do share it actually when I speak at universities as well. It's the power in me, right? We all have that power in us, but some of us actually don't know, or they haven't realized or touched that power in them. It takes a journey of self-awareness, definitely. And I mean, if you are highly an emotional intelligent person, you would be able to take, or grab it quickly or realize it quickly. And the good thing, if you don't know about it, there are strategies and techniques that you can actually use, leverage, learn, so you can understand what is that power in you. As a woman, I'm a risk taker, and that is the power in me.
So basically the message is use that power. Everyone has that in everyone. You need to know what your power is.
Yes, what's your superpower?
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, let's put it this way. They asked me, what is your animal, or to which animal do you associate with mainly? And it took me a while to understand who I am if I was an animal one day, right? And I can tell you today that I am a phoenix.
Okay, yeah.
Right? If people understand what does a phoenix do, there's a lot that they do, and there's a lot that they have to do actually, and learn how to do it. So I can associate with someone who can be a phoenix in her life, the power in me.
Yeah, great. Ghenwa, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it.
Same here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to spread my voice on a global scale. Thank you.
And for my viewers, we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye now.
Ciao.